Quick clap. See you later, suckers.
Such incredible style and features at such great value.
Go.
It's gonna feel like you stole it.
They'll never take us alive. Never.
And it's fun to pretend you did. Suzuki.
Professionals Real Estate Hamilton. Professionals in property management.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 88.9 and 93.7 Mix FM.
18 degrees in Melbourne, a shower or two tomorrow, a top of 18. It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. Opposition leader Matthew Guy has failed to clarify the sequence of events which led to the donor scandal involving his former chief of staff. Horse racing identity Jonathan Munn says he rejected the unsolicited email from Mitch Catlin requesting more than $100,000 in payments to his private marketing business. Mr. Guy admits while he has met Mr. Munns, they never had a conversation of that nature, and he maintains he had no involvement in any deal to supplement Mr. Catlin's wage, and he doesn't know how the contract made its way to Mr. Munns.
I don't know the answer to that, and I haven't spoken to either of the two about that, and I don't intend to because nothing was signed. But shouldn't it say everything to Victorians that nothing was signed, nothing was agreed, there was no agreement, and nothing followed through?
The federal opposition says Labor must be clear about the deal it's done with the Greens to get its climate policy through Parliament. The government is planning to reduce carbon emissions by 43% over this decade. The Greens believe the target could be stronger but will support it. The opposition's Ted O'Brien has used question time to pepper the government about the fine print.
Can he guarantee his support for the Beetaloo Basin project and other important gas projects? What will be the cost to the economy and jobs of this concession to the Greens?
Meantime, the federal government's defending the appointment of a former Labor minister to co-chair a review of the Defence Force. Stephen Smith was responsible for the portfolio from 2010 to 2013 when defence spending was reduced. The review will examine current ADF capabilities to help lay policy foundations for the next decade. An Australian Defence Force veteran says he's still struggling physically and mentally after being stabbed during a road rage incident in suburban Melbourne. Police have today released CCTV footage of two men wanted over the attack at Altona Meadows on Melbourne Cup Day last year. The victim, 54-year-old Andrew, says he feared he was going to die before a bystander came to his aid.
I thought that was it, and the usual slideshow of your life goes by. When I said goodbye and let go. And like I said, I was lucky to have that lady there.
There have been 3,069 COVID-related deaths recorded in Victoria so far this year, after another 6 people aged in their 60s, 70s and 80s died in the past 24 hours. 743 people with the virus are being treated in hospital. Victoria has recorded 9,122 new COVID cases in the past 24 hours. And at-risk children between 6 months and 5 years old are now eligible for a COVID vaccine. The approximately 70,000 children will be able to get the immunisation from the 5th of September. Legendary baseball broadcaster Vin Scully, who was the voice of the Los Angeles Dodgers for more than 60 years, has died. He was 94. Scully began commentating in the 1950s and retired in 2016.
A drive into left center by Martin. That ball is carrying into the seats. 3 straight home runs.
In finance news, the share market down 13 points, the dollar buying 68.99 US cents.
Maddie, Tori and Sarah know the Hamilton rental market at Groves Real Estate.
North Melbourne veteran Ben Cunnington is pushing for selection after battling cancer, COVID and calf complaint in the past year. Interim coach Lee Adams says Cunnington will likely play in the VFL if he gets through training tomorrow.
I think it's more his soft tissue stuff now with having that calf setback 3 to 4 weeks ago, missing a fair chunk of work there. That playing back through the VFL, we can monitor his minutes, we can take him on and off whenever we feel like it. The intensity's probably not at the same level.
Adelaide's apologising to Eddie Betts after the former Crow revealed the hurt caused by the infamous 2018 pre-season camp. Teammate Rory Laird says the club is trying to move on.
I think that's the main goal, is to actually try and move on from it. I think we sort of had, but obviously you have to respect Eddie and what his thoughts and processes were on it.
It's 5:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
If you have an unwanted tree that needs removing or trees that are encroaching on fence lines, Barco can sort it out. They're your local accredited professional team and one-stop shop for tree lopping and traffic management.
The next time you try a McCafe coffee, you'll be enjoying the delicious taste of Australia's most popular barista-made coffee. Just one of many reasons to try McCafe.
It's hard to believe that some people buy beds out of town. Makes you wonder if they've ever been to Beds. And if they know how good the staff are and the time they spend making their customers happy, shopping elsewhere is a bit silly, really. Beds are Portland.
25 years,
MixxFM's
Aussies
Business
have
of
been
the
powering
Month.
their passion with Battery
MixxFM, your
World.
official
So if
emergency
you're hitting the open
broadcaster.
road on your next outdoor adventure,
MixxFM
pride on a job well
Southern
done.
Grampians
There's
Livestock
only
and
one
Real
place to
Estate
go,
welcomes
and
Edith
that's
Fox to the
Battery
Portland
World.
sales team.
There's a strong wind warning issued for the west coast with partly cloudy conditions and a very high chance of showers sticking around this evening with an overnight low of 9 degrees. Partly cloudy tomorrow, very high chance of showers in the morning, maybe even a thunderstorm. Friday, cloudy with a very high chance of showers in the morning and afternoon and a top of 13. Saturday, cloudy with a very high chance of showers, also 13. Hamilton tomorrow set to get to 16 degrees. For Portland and the coast, also 16.
Harvey Norman Hamilton, your laptop specialists.
Right now, it's 15 degrees.